You have been doing everything right. You cut the sugar, you started working out, you even stopped eating after 8 p.m. But that stubborn belly fat is still there. What if I told you the problem is not what you're eating or how hard you are training? What if the real enemy is a hormone that spikes every single morning, literally the moment you open your eyes? And this is cortisol. And today I'm going to show you how the Japanese figure out how to keep it under control. Here is what most people don't know. Your body has what it's called the Cortisol Awakening Response. Within 30 minutes of waking up, your cortisol goes up by about 50%. And by the way, cortisol, it's not evil. It does supposed to wake you up and keep you moving. The problem is when that spikes go too high or stays elevated for too long, your body goes into survival mode. And survival mode means one thing: store fat, especially around your midsection. So what happens is your body literally thinks like it has to protect your organs. So it wraps them in fat like bubble wrap. And this is the hard part. Not amount of crunches will fix a hormonal problem. So what do we do about it? The Japanese have some of the lowest obesity rates in the globe. And it's not because any magic pill or injection. It's their morning routine. 5 simple steps that calm down the nervous system before the day starts. Step 1, morning water. Most women wake up and run to the kitchen to have their first coffee. Big mistake. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body is dehydrated. And when you heat a dehydrated body with caffeine, it's like putting gasoline on a burning fire. Dr. Andrew Huberman, neuroscientist at Stanford, says the first thing you should do when you wake up is drink a glass of water. Hydrate your body, not caffeinated it. So here is what the Japanese do instead. A glass of warm water with a pinch of salt and a little bit of lemon. The warm water gently wakes up your digestive system. The sea salt replenishes minerals that we burn while we were sleeping. And lemon adds vitamin C, which studies show that can actually lower cortisol levels. But let's make it simple. Let's start with having a glass of water. Then later on, we can add the salt, we can add the lemon, but let's just have water before that coffee. Because this simple change, 1 glass of water, it's already telling your body you are safe. We don't need to store fat today. Step 2, morning sunlight. Within the first 30 minutes of waking up, look outside your window. If you can go outside, even better. But if not, it's okay. Just look outside your window and get a few minutes of sunlight. Let that sunlight to hit your eyes to warm up your skin. Light is the primary signal that sets your circadian rhythm, and that is your body's internal clock. And why this is important? Because if your clock is off, everything else is off. Your hunger is off. Your sleep is off. Hormones, metabolism, and yes, cortisol regulation. It's this doctor, unfortunately I can't remember the name right now, but it has spent decades researching this. His work shows that people with disrupted circadian rhythm have significantly higher levels of cortisol and way more visceral fat. Yes, that is the fat that is wrapped around your organs. So morning sunlight triggers serotonin during the day, which converts into melatonin at night, which gives you deeper sleep, which lowers cortisol for the next morning. As you see, it's a chain reaction that just starts with looking at the sun. Step 3, and I love this one, and it's the art of the pause. Try to don't drink your coffee for the first 90 minutes after waking up. I know, but hear me out for a second. When you wake up, your brain is full of a chemical called adenosine. That's what makes you feel sleepy. And your body clears it naturally within 90 minutes. And unfortunately, our lovely coffee works by blocking adenosine receptors. So if we drink it too early, the adenosine doesn't go away. And when the caffeine wears off around 2 or 3 p.m., all that build up adenosine hits you. You crash, your body sees that crash as a stress, and every time our body feels a stress, what it does, raises cortisol. You end up craving sugar, and the loop, yeah, still there. So let's start with at least pushing it 30 minutes. I'm gonna be honest, I don't do the 90 minutes every single day because I love my morning coffee, but I try to push it at least for an hour. So let's start with something. Let's allow our body to wake up naturally. 4, and this is what you're gonna say, all your favorite. Yes, it's true, all my favorite, but it's walk instead of running. And I know, this goes against everything that the fitness culture tells us. But doing a high intensity workout as soon as you wake up during that cortisol peak just adds a stress on top of the stress that you already have. It's also a study that shows that intense workouts in the morning can elevate our cortisol levels for hours. The alternative, just walk. And if you want my secret and what I tell my clients to do, if you walk 10 minutes, just 10 minutes after each meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, of easy, relaxed walking, that directly calms your amygdala. That is the fear center of your body. Walking literally turns down that alarm. Not running, not cycling, staring at a wall, walking. And if you can do it outside, even better. It also helps you with digestion, your metabolism, and yes, to burn that fat that is driving you crazy. This is exactly how I helped Annie. She couldn't believe that after fighting with weight gain her entire life, in only 3 months, she lost all the extra weight, and the best part, she felt like it was easy. Actually, the best part is that she didn't gain it back. Step 5, silence and stillness. For the first 30 minutes after you wake up, do not touch your phone. Don't check Instagram. For sure, do not check the news or the 20 million emails that you got overnight. Because the moment you look at your phone, your brain gets flooded with information. Because each notification triggers a tiny spike of dopamine and cortisol. So your nervous system goes from rest mode to react mode in seconds. It's a book, Dopamine Nation, and this book explains that early morning dopamine hit sets your baseline higher for the rest of the day. So more stimulation is needed, more stress, more cortisol, and more fat storage. The first 30 minutes of your day should be yours. Drink your water, step outside, breathe. Let your nervous system boot up gently instead of being pushed into chaos. Think of your brain like a computer. You wouldn't start opening 50 tabs before the operating system finishes loading. But that's exactly what checking your phone at 6 in the morning does. So let's bring it all together for you. 5 steps. First, water before coffee, sunlight within the first 30 minutes, delaying our coffee, at least try for the first 90 minutes. Switch your intense workout for walking and keep the freaking phone away for the first 30 minutes after waking up. Do you notice that none of these cost money? None of them require a gym membership or a meal plan, because that stubborn belly fat isn't about willpower. It's about hormones, and hormones respond to habits. Now, I want to ask you something. Honestly, do you feel like your morning routine may be working against you? Drop it in the comments and also let me know which one of these new habits you're going to integrate into your morning routine. I personally read each one. And if you feel like this video helped you, send it to that friend. I know you were watching the video, you were thinking about her, send it to her. That way we can help more women like you and I. Because, by the way, the only reason because I know all this is because at one point I was you.